Hello guys, good evening. Today I am taking you on a night point of view drive with the new Peugeot 208. This is the facelifted version and we have the 48-volt hybrid powertrain in this one. So here on the front on this facelifted version you can spot the new daytime running LEDs, the new grille, as well as the new badge. I really love this spec, this yellow color. This is the GT version, so top of the line trim, and then the Active is the base one, Allure is the middle one, and then the GT is top of the line. 17-inch wheels on this one, and also you see the gloss black wheel arches, GT lettering on the C-pillar. The car locks and unlocks depending on where you are, so if you go away it will lock. I will now unlock it so that you can see this cool animation at the rear. You saw it also on the front as well. And at the rear you can spot the new lighting signature for those gorgeous taillights. It's nice to see the real exhaust pipe, and here hybrid. So this is the 48-volt hybrid, 100 horsepower. You will see I'm really impressed with this powertrain. And before we move on and go on a drive, let me just show you this. 309 liters, so remains the same as on the predecessor. Really decent amount of room in here. And now we are ready to go on a drive. I will show you just how amazing this 48-volt hybrid powertrain is. So approaching the car, and here we are greeted with a gorgeous interior. I mean, just look at this. Let's see it from driver's perspective. Alright guys, so let's go. This is the view in front of the driver. Let me press the start engine button. I already have my seatbelt on, and yeah, we are ready to go. Release the electronic parking brake and put the car into drive. So this is the minimalistic gear selector for the new EDCS6 electrified automatic transmission, which includes an electric motor, and off we go. So as you can see, and actually here, we are now driving with just electric power, and it's very impressive 48-volt hybrid powertrain. I really must compliment Peugeot because they did a great job. The drive itself is so smooth, which you will see now. Okay, we can go, and it's so nice. Look at this. Do you hear this? And of course the engine turns on as well, but you can, especially in the city drive, you can do a lot of kilometers with just electric power, which is really impressive once again for 48-volt hybrid powertrain. Speaking about powertrains, there are many options when it comes to the new Peugeot 208. So let's start with the first base one, 75 horsepower petrol unit. Then you have 100 horsepower petrol unit, and then two 48-volt hybrids. So either this one or the 136 horsepower one. And there are also two electric versions, 136 horsepower and 156 horsepower. So really a lot to choose from, and I want to hear your thoughts. Which would be your choice of powertrain for the new Peugeot 208? And now let's talk about this particular model, this 48-volt hybrid with 100 horsepower, 0 to 100 in 9.8 seconds, and the top speed is 193 kilometers per hour, which are some really nice numbers. And then if you want more, again, you have 136 horsepower version, which has the acceleration from 0 to 100 in 8.1 seconds. So that can also be an option. We have the wireless charging pad here, USB ports, and we can go now here. The layout in front of us, the 10-inch digital cockpit. It is the 3D one here on the GT version, and the 10-inch touchscreen. So the 10-inch touchscreen is standard, and then on the base one here you would get the analog dials and the smaller screen. And then from the second trim already you have the digital cockpit, and then on this one you have the 3D digital cockpit. And of course the Peugeot calls it the i-cockpit, and I think the layout here is so nice. I love this small steering wheel. So I want to hear your thoughts on this. I think you get used to it so easily, and then it becomes, you know, so nice and smooth to drive it with this small steering wheel that has the flat bottom, and also very nice stitching on the GT model. And now you may hear the engine as well. And you can activate the sport sound, so available only in sport drive mode. So let's go and let's put the car to sport mode, and now you will see you have a more pronounced sound when you are in sport mode, and when you push the throttle, of course, you can activate or deactivate that depending whether you like it or not, of course. And then there are also other two driving modes, so that would be normal and eco. And let's put the normal one for now. And this car has so many things here in terms of customization, a lot of options. So you can change the interior color, the ambient lighting. You may know that I'm a big fan of the ambient lights, and here I think they are very cool, and they make the drive even more relaxing in my opinion. Quite like the red one actually, but let's put the purple one for example. There are some shortcuts here. You also see some buttons, and yeah, it's definitely easy to use different things here and to change between different settings, because you have the driver assist systems here. You access them by just pressing this shortcut. Same goes for the AC. So yes, the AC is on switches, but it's easy to control it. And then you can turn off the AC here as well. And now let me show you the different views in front of us on the i-cockpit. So you can change it here. It's very easy to change the view, and then you have different options. Let's start here with the energy view. You have a very cool energy flow, and you can see what's happening. So charging, or electric motor, or the petrol engine, all can be seen in here. So for example, now you see that we have petrol engine doing the job as well, and now it's the charging of the energy, recuperating, and then also you have the electric mode. So that's one view. Then personal views are available. You can configure them out by yourself within the infotainment system. You can also configure the layout of the widgets here. So here we had the RPMs, and then personal one is here. Then navigation view, which is a very cool one in my opinion, as you can see. And the driving view. There we go, and the dials. Dials are probably my favorite. As you have the power, eco, and charge. So yeah. And also this car has got a very nice navigation. Actually, let me go here and show you. So you will see now the 3D view of the buildings, which is amazing. And here you can see the cathedral in person. You can also see it here. It is currently undergoing construction, but yeah, here you see it. Beautiful attention to details here on this navigation. And for more details regarding the infotainment system, you can check my full review. There I show all the details, and you can see all the options and see this from close. So look how smooth the drive is. I think you can notice that through the camera as well, but I am certainly enjoying this drive, and I could drive for hours really. And let's also talk about the efficiency. So up to 15% more efficient compared to the standard petrol unit. And I also noticed that really a lot of time you can use just electric power, which is really impressive for 48-volt hybrid. And I actually did some tests of the consumption, because now I have the car for a longer period of time, and they are impressive. So today I was in a rush hour, so at 4 p.m. I went from the west side of the city, so from Škorpikova, if you are from Croatia you will know, up to the center of the city, and it was just like stop and go, because it was a lot of traffic. And I managed to get to the center, and average consumption was 5 liters, which is really impressive. And then I also managed to go below that as well, not during the rush hour. And let me insert this into the night point of view drive as well, because now I was driving from the center of the city towards this section here, and as you can see, 3.5 liters average consumption. And if you want to be efficient, you can be. I mean, just look at this. I drove it in eco mode, and it's around midnight, so not much traffic. Back to the city, now a bit more stopping and accelerating. As you can see, 3.9 liters. So I went from the city center up to the exit of the city, and now back to the city center. And let me insert this as well into the video. So 99 kilometers, and the average consumption 5.2 liters. As you can see, the rush hour here in Zagreb, so this included also 45 kilometers on the highway as well, and the rush hour driving as well as the night driving. So really I am impressed. So 5.2 liters in the last 100 kilometers, and again have in mind that around 45 are done on the highway. So you saw, you will see actually in the same video, but yesterday during the night drive I managed even better fuel consumption than this, and overall I am really impressed. So you can really have impressive results with this powertrain. The WLTP says from 4.5 to 4.7 liters per 100 kilometers. And yeah, of course it all depends on the driving style and where you are driving it, but really I think a lot of people will drive this car in the city. And as I already told you, and as you can see and hear now, we are just cruising, and really a lot of time we are using just electric power. So that's really impressive, and a big thumb up from me. So that was it. Thank you very much for watching this video, and share your thoughts with me. How do you like this car? How do you like this powertrain? And again, which specification would you go for? Thank you again for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.